Hi, it's Tony Margaritelli here, Chairman at ICPA. It's the second week of January. We're waiting for the promised snow. We're waiting for the results of the Making Tax Digital consultation. But one thing we do know for sure is eggs, and that's that we're buried alive under tax returns and accounts. So I think it's time for another one of my In Practice blogs. As I say, it's January 2017, and we're all waiting for the outcome of the consultations on Making Tax Digital. And let's be honest, the whole thing hinges on HMRC's ability to provide the technology to make the whole thing work. Those of you who are following me on LinkedIn or following the ICPA on LinkedIn will know of our group HMRC Watch, and we've had lots of people writing into the group this month complaining about tech problems with claims to reduce payments on account. People have got acknowledgements from the system saying the claim has been acknowledged and will be dealt with, and lo and behold, out are coming the bills for payment, and the claim has not been taken into account. This is really simple, isn't it? Now, let me tell you, one of those that were affected was my own claim to reduce payments on account. I got the acknowledgement. I talked to the people at Tech and said, I've got an acknowledgement. Why hasn't it happened? The answer, I don't know. Making Tax Digital, going to be all right, isn't it? Every January, as the filing deadline approaches, accountants up and down the country are faced with a different type of dilemma. Namely, do you take on a new client a couple of weeks before the end of the filing deadline? Now, if they're a startup business and obviously there's no pressure for the filing deadline, then there's not an issue, is it? You just point out to them that you're very busy at the moment, you book an appointment or whatever, talk to them in February, and away you go from there. But for those who have come along who, shall we say, have been tardy and are coming a couple of weeks to the filing deadline and are looking for an accountant, what's the decision you make then? Well, obviously this is for each individual practice or each individual practitioner to make a decision for themselves. All I would suggest is that whatever decision you make to take them on or not to take them on, do it swiftly, do it quickly, and convey it to that person. If you're not going to take them on, tell them straight away that you're sorry, but you're very busy at this time of the year and you're not taking on anybody in the next couple of weeks, which means they will get a filing fine, etc. If they want to come back after that, you'll be happy to talk to them. Or if you are going to take them on, point out to them within your engagement letter. I would suggest point out within your engagement letter that you're taking them on, but you'll do your very best to get the work done in sufficient time, but you can make no guarantees. Whatever your decision you make, all I say is make sure you convey that decision to the intending client. Thank you. I have a feeling that 2017 is going to be a very important year for a lot of accountants up and down the country. Why is that? Well, we're going to have huge numbers of our clients staging auto-enrollment pension schemes, workplace pension schemes, which is going to put a lot of pressure on accountants up and down the country. Yes, I know lots of you have staged small numbers of your clients, but the bulk of them are going to be staging in 2017. And obviously the digital agenda is not going to go away, and we're going to have to use 2017 as a springboard to get our systems ready and make decisions on how we're going to deal with the digital agenda going forward. At this point, I'd just like to say that the ICPA, our Practice Evolution Conference in 2017, will be in London in June and in Manchester in September. And I would hope that many of you watching this blog will come along, because we're going to have some tremendous speakers that will help us get through all these changes. We're going to have the fabulous Mr. Mark Purdue from Thomson Reuters, who will be discussing with me all the digital changes that are coming up. We're going to have Simon Palmer from QTAC talking about auto-enrollment. We've got the fabulous Mr. David Oliver talking about how apps and keeping us up to date and how apps can help us keep ahead of the game. And we've got the fabulous Mr. Socks Up Simon coming and talking to us about how to develop our practices. So 2017, a year of change, and a year of importance, I think. And the best place to learn and to pick up information on how to handle it, I think, is going to be the I'm sure it's going to be the Practice Evolution conferences, either in London or Manchester. So when you're watching this, make a note, go onto our website, Practice Evolution, and get booked in.